Hey, everybody. First of all, I can tell the lighting is really strange. The colors are really strange. I have no idea what I can do to fix it, but I also know it's also a couple minutes early, but I wanted to go online because look, we have a special guest. Usually, usually she's totally freaked out by the lights, so she's never, as soon as I set up the lights, she's gone. But today, she's here. Jenny, look at the camera here. Oh, no, that was too much for her. I ruined it. But hey, you got a little look at Chile. And just try to get comfortable here. Uh, by the way, it is allergy season here in Germany, in Hamburg. Hamburg is for some reason a really bad place for allergies. And just as I was sitting down here uh, to get this all set up and press go, I had a sneezing attack that's still kind of going. You can hear I feel a little bit stuffed up. So, and I feel like my eyes got kind of puffy. So if you think that I look stoned, like I've been smoking the ganja, that is not the case. I have not been smoking the ganja. If you want to hear a story about when I perhaps did smoke the ganja, many of you already know where you can find that. Go check out Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship, available on Amazon now. If you have read the book already, please write a couple little spoilers in the comments for everybody, like teasing people about why they should buy it too. Like some like little favorite moments or like secret moments or something like that, but no big spoilers, okay? Hello, everybody. Hi, Perry. Hi, Jaskaya. Hi, Heiko, Louise, Lisa, Adam, Sonia, Lee, Jill, Escape Adventures with Robin and Steve, Jay, everybody. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that you're here. So happy that we're doing this again. It has been quite a while. I am going to be getting to your comments. I am going to be answering your travel and cruise and Disney and everything related questions. And as always, there's just, some things that I like to talk about first, these tangents I like to go off on. By the way, speaking of tangents, you know that I am pretty bad with tangents. If I seem distracted, I'm looking at the comments over here. But I was looking, or I watched two recent videos of people who I know you all know, where I thought, okay, there are very evident tangents in this video too. One of them is a recent video from Tony, and I don't know if it was a cruise news or if it was on his Need to Lose channel, where they're just like mentioning a subject and then taking the long way around to get to the subject. And another one is Adam the Woo. How many of you watch Adam the Woo's channel? He also, the way that he sometimes takes so long to talk about what he wants to talk about, when I watch those videos, it makes me feel better because I realize I'm not the worst tangent taker. How does that sound? Speaking of sound, can everybody hear me okay? I don't know. Can I turn it up a little bit? Let me see if I. That's not the way to do it. Sound is good? Okay. Yes. Hello, Jim, Tanya, Tammy, Pamela, Jill, everybody who's here. Thank you so much for coming. First Sergeant Richard, thank you for getting this off on a fantastic start with that super chat. As always, I'm so thankful for the super chats. If you want to show me a little bit of extra support, a little bit extra love, and sort of get your comment or question answered right away, you can go down to the bottom of the chat thing there and press the super chat. Other ways you can support me, as always, just watching the videos, commenting on the videos, pressing thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, pressing subscribe, going down to the links and checking out the links to things like my book on Amazon or the affiliate links, the t-shirts, or if you want to know more about upcoming travel plans before everybody else, usually before everybody else. If you want to know more about what's going on under here and how my head is healing and what's going on with my hair and all that, you can go to patreon.com/veryunofficial and get access to those and hundreds of other things, other videos and posts and pictures and information that I don't post anywhere else. All right. Yeah, I know the lighting is weird. And it's because I have this external camera. I think it's the external camera, but I don't know using the uh, using the YouTube streaming situation. I don't know how to do a white balance. I'm clicking through some of the things here. I can't figure out how to make it work. Sarah Moore says, my mom, my sister, and I got very unofficial travel guide towels for Christmas. Thank you so much. Sarah, did you get the ones with the like the saying on it that I didn't put this here and then go to bingo and get a mani pedi and go to the buffet and take a nap. I'll be right back. Or did you get the ones with the cone on them? Demetrius Tsekeras, I have answered that question. You've asked me that in a couple comments, and I've answered it a few times. I had hair surgery on my head to get some of the hairs taken out of the back of my head and put them in the front of my head because I was losing my hair up here. I don't really want to talk about that on this video. I want to talk about travel related stuff and my upcoming cruise on this video. So I'm just going to say this one more time. If you want to find out more about that, check out patreon.com/veryunofficial. And everybody else who's here right now and want to help me out, for anybody else who asks a question about my hair in the comments, if you could just friend, so I don't have to do it if it comes up a lot, could you please just nicely tell them that I said I want to talk about traveling and cruise in this video and where they can find more information about that, okay? The healing is going fine. Everything is going as planned. At the moment, it looks not good. It looks like a forest fire under here, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be right now. So I'm not taking off my hat. I'm not going to show you what that's like here. So Tim Yak says, your hat is affecting the lighting. Take it off. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Not gonna work. I wish I could do the funny voices on here, the monster voice and the chipmunk voice. All right. Well, now, before we get to me telling you what it is, let's play a little guessing game. Uh, what do you think it is? I said in my sort of announcement video, by the way, who was it that was saying that their OCD is acting up? Songbird. Oh, Judy. Yes, I know. This is how it's supposed to look, and when I zip it all the way up, I guess it kind of looks cool. But if I leave it open, yeah, it looks like I put the zipper together wrong, doesn't it? And I know you can't tell at all with the colors the way they are right now in this weird resolution, but when I ordered it online, this looked black and this looked red. And in real life, this is kind of like a dark brown and this is orange. But here it is. Sorry. Yeah, the allergies. Uh, Sneezy nose, puffy eyes, scratchy throat, drink of water. All right, I wanted to ask you all. So I am cruising with a cruise line I have not yet cruised with, and then of course on a ship that I also haven't cruised with because I never cruised with this cruise line. However, let me give you another extra hint. It is a ship that not many people have cruised with yet. So with that information, and also telling you that we will be leaving from a port that we have never cruised from yet, let's uh, let's see if there are any guesses. Uh, Tracy here says, "I'm guessing Virgin, leaving from England." Uh, Sonia says it's Virgin. Heiko says brown and orange. Tell us the sofa's green. No, no. Charity says Virgin. Lynette says Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady is my guess. Just Kaya. Okay, that's about allergies, but sorry that everybody else has allergies too. We've got Scarlet Lady, Valiant Lady, Virgin Cruises. Must be a new ship. Jim Knott says Wonder of the Seas. Aida Joe says Cunard Queen Anne. Uh, Dave Cass says Virgin. Adam says Celebrity. Demetrius says Wonder of the Seas. Susie says, I thought you were going to show us. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about my new cruise coming up and just letting people guess for a second. New Virgin Ship, New Report, Margaritaville. It won't be Margaritaville. They had to cancel their first couple of, at least their first cruise or their first couple of cruises. I feel bad for them. Fast Eddie says Alaska cruise. I'm going with a Virgin to Virgin Southampton, Cunard from Lisbon, Virgin out of Miami, Louisiana on Holland America. Yes, also could be. Haven't cruised with them yet. No, I did not seize the Russian yacht, Judy, or sorry, Songbird. Uh, yeah, I mean, there are the first, I can tell you the guesses for Wonder of the Seas. I would love to cruise with the Wonder of the Seas. It may happen this summer, but it's not going to be that. I have cruised with Royal Caribbean several times, so that has to be eliminated from the category. To everybody who's just showing up here, thank you so much for coming. Sorry about the color. No idea what's happening. Don't know how to fix it, but we'll just all pretend we're wearing our sunglasses when we're watching this. How about that? At the moment, I'm letting everybody guess for another minute or two about what cruise line I will be cruising with at the end of this month. It is a cruise line I have never tried before on a ship that's relatively new and from a port that we haven't cruised from yet. Oh, somebody guessed Princess. Somebody guessed Seabourn. Another one for Holland America. Uh, Louise writes, question, is it a challenge to call the cruise line for information? I just book it all online. I don't usually call unless there's a problem. Uh, Rachel says that new line from Mexico starts with a V, but not Virgin. I can't remember the name. I'm not sure which one you would be thinking of either. Uh, Viking, Mississippi, that would be awesome. Oh, so I obviously just gave away that it's not that. Tonya guessed MSC, but I have cruised with MSC a few times. Rachel says Vedanta. Okay, I haven't heard of Vedanta. I'll have to check into that. Amazara, good guess. Holland America, another Holland America. Heiko says World Voyager, another good guess. All right, well, let me, let me just break the news because it's something I'm really excited about. And it is already 10 past midnight, or not midnight here. It's 10 past 11 in the evening. So getting close to midnight. And it's not that uncommon for me to be awake at this time, I guess. But what I'm realizing is it is uncommon for me to be like concentrating at this time. And what's also weird to me is for so many years in my life when I was on stage, like I would just be finishing work right now. Like the highest amount of energy I would expend in a day would have been like a half an hour ago, and I'd probably be in the shower right now after the show, washing off my makeup or something. So it's weird how things have changed now, and yeah, how like now, like 10 past 11 at night seems really late to me. Oh, Tim Yak, what have you written? It's hiding your comment. Hmm. Yes, we are off on a tangent. All right, let me open the app so I have all the information in front of me. Uh, it will not be Holland America. However, that is one of the cruise lines that I do have on my, like, it's higher on the list of things I want to try very soon. Have not yet cruised with Holland America, would love to try them. Would also really like to try Princess, haven't cruised with them yet. Nobody guessed P&O, but I'm interested in cruising with P&O as well. And somebody guessed Cunard, and it's not Cunard. However, they do have some good deals right now for the upcoming stretches of England to New York and New York back to England. So if you, excuse me, if you are interested in Cunard, now is a good time to do it. All of those who guessed that it's Virgin are correct. We are going to be cruising with Virgin Cruise Lines, and it's weird. It's something that I didn't think was going to happen. Uh, One, because it's not necessarily a cruise line that I was all that interested in up until very recently, seeing the reviews that I had seen before, hearing certain people talk about it in a negative way, and also the people who talked about it in a positive way. I don't know, there was just a lot of things about it that just I don't just didn't seem appealing to me. And then there's another reason is the price. It's not a budget friendly cruise line. We will be cruising with the Valiant Lady, exactly like Dave Cass just guests. Um, JP writes here, I'm so excited. I'm dying to try Virgin. Can't wait for your opinion. Take nice pajamas for the pajama party, says Florida Cruisers. Thanks. Thanks for that advice. For any of you who, I'm going to get to the details now in just a second, but for any of you who have cruised with Virgin or who have watched tons of videos with information about Virgin, and you have some fun advice like Florida Cruisers wrote here, take nice pajamas for the pajama party, please write those in the comments either here or on the actual video when this gets posted as a full video afterwards, just so I can go through those, okay? So we're leaving in actually 14 days, 2 weeks from today. Today is Sunday. What's the date today? April 10th, and we are leaving on the 24th. We're leaving from Amsterdam, and I can tell you all right now, just shortly, that Amsterdam is a port that I will never be cruising from again after the experience that I've had so far with this cruise. And I'm going to go into that in a future sofa time. But there is something very specific that I'm just really frustrated with that I've decided for the moment not going to be cruising from Amsterdam again. I don't think that a lot of cruises leave from there anyways. It is a stop along the way, but yeah, will not be cruising from Amsterdam, and that's going to be the topic of another sofa time coming up soon. Pamela writes, this is going to be interesting, fantastic voyages. Look forward to your take on the experience. Sonia says, I think after your very last busy design ship, this will be okay. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Sarah Morris says, I already feel like I'm too old for Virgin and I'm still in my 30s. Well, yeah, I'm not still in my 30s, and I absolutely know what you mean, Sarah. And when you look at the advertisement and like the sort of the language used on the website and in all the advertisement materials, it is definitely marketed to a younger crowd that I don't feel like I fit into either. So that's one of the things that I'm really interested in checking out and sharing with all of you, because I think that's a very valid and very important point. Thanks again to everybody who's showing up here. I just announced that I will be cruising with the Virgin Valiant Lady, leaving Amsterdam on April 24th. I apologize for the strange colors. I don't know what's going on. And thanks again to First Sergeant Richard for that awesome super chat at the beginning of the chat, just in case I forgot to mention that already. All right, so this is a short cruise. It's only 5 nights, which might be one of the reasons that it was so affordable, because that's one of the main reasons why we decided to go for it. Usually these Virgin cruises, they're kind of outside of our budget. They cost about as much as a Disney cruise, and I'm not saying that that's too expensive for what you get. It's just a little bit too expensive for us. But we booked directly on the website, so I didn't get any special price for this cruise. And I can tell you that if you go look at it now, you can still get an inside cabin for this cruise for around 500 euros, which is a really good price for a Virgin cruise. When you consider that all the restaurants are included, and there's such a wide variety of restaurants. Wi-Fi is included, and they call it, how do they say it again? Necessary? No, what's the wording they use? Uh, I think it's something like necessary drinks are included, meaning water, juice, and coffee and tea are included in the price. So you are getting a lot for that money. Usually they cost quite a bit more, but this is not bad. We're not staying in an inside cabin. We paid a little bit more for where we're staying. And I just want to take a moment to say, thank you to LJ Roth for that super chat. Have a great time. I'm going to do my best, and your super chat is going to help. Thank you so much, LJ. It's nice to see you here again. Uh, Pamela writes, good that way. If you don't like it, you'll be off soon. Yeah, it's only 5 nights. So we board in Amsterdam, and we are staying in oh, sorry, tangent, going back. Jim not corrected me. Thanks, Jim. It's essential drinks, not necessary drinks. So essential drinks are those things that I listed are included. Another thing I forgot to tell you is that tips are also included. So, for 500 for a 5-night cruise on Virgin, when you compare that to the prices of their normal cruises, if you go to their website and check that out, that's a really good deal. We, however, are going to be staying in what they call a cheeky corner suite with a pretty big terrace. So I don't know if you've seen any of the cabin tours of this ship. I know I've seen some that have been very popular on YouTube. Some saying that they were really great, some saying that they were not so great. And we decided to check out a cheeky corner suite, which is at the aft of the ship, and it kind of goes around the corner, and we have a huge balcony. And this isn't really going to be a nice weather cruise because we leave Amsterdam, and then the only port we visit along the way is Zeebrugge, which is in uh, what's the name of that country in English? Bel Bel Belgium? How do you say it? I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, Belgium. It's written right here. Sorry. In German, it's Belgian. That's why I couldn't. I knew that wasn't the right way to say it. Uh, I just want video evidence of you or Marcus getting in and out of those balcony hammocks. I'm not a fan of hammocks at all, to tell you the truth. Um, so one of the cool, there's two cool perks that I'm looking forward to because we booked this suite. One of them is, as somebody was mentioning here, hard liquor is essential, but not necessarily necessary, Barry. Yeah, when you stay in a suite, there is a bar in the suite that they stock for you. And from what I understand, you can say, okay, we'd like 2 bottles of tequila and 3 bottles of gin. And then that's what they bring you. And it's not the little bottles, it's like full bottles. So there isn't, as far as I understand it, there isn't a drink package included, but we can make like any drink we want at the bar in our suite and then bring it out into the ship. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Another thing that I think is awesome is when you book a suite, they will pick you up. If I understand this correctly, they will pick you up from the hotel and take you to the ship, which is another huge perk for booking a suite. So I think some of the other like really luxury cruise lines do that, but I don't think that like Disney and Royal Caribbean and definitely MSC doesn't do it. If you book a suite, they don't come and pick you up at the hotel like Virgin does. Barry writes, the weather here will suck. Yeah, I mean, this is not going to be a warm weather cruise. Having this gigantic balcony is kind of going to be just for show because we are not going to be like hanging out in the sun unless a miracle happens. Here in northern Germany, it just snowed last week, and I'm not talking like a little bit of snow. It was like a full on snowstorm. Uh, so after we are in Zeebrugge, we will be, then we have a couple of sea days, and then we end in Portsmouth. And we're just going to go directly to the airport with the train from Portsmouth and fly back home. And that's the 5 days. There is something that is confusing to me, and that is we are in the itinerary, we are, it looks like in Zeebrugge for an overnight. Let me see if I can show you how it's listed here. I can't share my screen. I'd have to show you like this, but I'm curious to see how you guys understand it. Um, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it so quickly. The the thing is, we arrive in Zeebrugge, and it says the time that we arrive is like let's say 9 in the morning on one day. And then it says we're there until 11:59 p.m. And then on the next day's itinerary, which is somewhere in the app that I can't find right now, I feel so technically inadequate at the moment. Uh, oh, here, I found it. All right, so check this out. This is what I want to know what you guys think. We arrive in Zeebrugge on Tuesday. Is that backwards for you too? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Is that backwards? Can you guys let me know? So we arrived there Tuesday, and if I scroll all the way down, mm, the last thing listed here is at 11:30 p.m. Okay, it's not backwards. Good. I know you can't really see it that well, but so the last event is at 11:30 p.m. and then the next thing, it still says uh, Zeebrugge, and it says that we're there for 24 hours. But the thing that's confusing to me is on the day before that, the first day that we arrive there, they list when the casino opens up again. And as far as I know, the casino can only open if we are at sea. So is it, what do you all think? Look, it says right here, slots open at 10 p.m. How can that be unless we are not at port? But how can we do an overnight in the port if the ship is leaving? You know what I mean? So what do y'all think about that? That's the thing that's confusing me. And what I'm thinking now is it's just a mistake in the app. Tom Green says, never trust the app, wait for the cruise compass. Don't think they call it a cruise compass on Virgin, Tom, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Uh, Dave says, may have to set sail to open the casino and return to pier again the next day. Yeah, I wonder. Quaxon says, I found the itinerary. You arrive on Zeebrugge at 9 a.m. and leave at 5 p.m. the next day. Jim Knott says, can they open slots when a country allows gambling? Well, you know, there's gambling available in the United States. I mean, most countries allow gambling, but I think it has to do with, I don't know, the rules for ships. There's 166 people right now here, which is great for me. Thank you, everybody who's watching this right now. Thank you, everybody who's watching this in the future. If you're just showing up, we're talking about my upcoming cruise on the Virgin Valiant Lady First time cruising with Virgin. Yes, the colors are strange. No, this is not broken. That's what it's supposed to look like. Any other things that we've established already, everybody? For those of you who've been here since the beginning. Also, if you are watching this live right now, don't forget to go back and give the upload a thumbs up for me, at least when this is done. That's a really good help. Tom Green says it's all about taxes. That's the in regards to gambling in the casino opening. Dina says, hubby just walked through and asked, why is that guy green? Yeah, usually only this side of my face looks green. Tonight, everything looks green. I I don't know why. I wonder if can I like, I don't know, reset it? Nope. It's weird. If I get closer, I don't know. Fred's Model 3N, leopard skin Speedos ordered. Fred and Wendy. Did you really, Fred? Did you really order one? I had this conversation the other day with Sherry from Cruise Tips TV because one of her viewers wrote something saying that guys who wear Speedos at the pool are like, going against cruise etiquette. And I said, I don't, I feel like this is a huge double standard when you look at the kind of swimsuits that some women and also some young girls wear nowadays that are so revealing and so skimpy, and then if a guy wants to wear a tighter fitting swimsuit, it's somehow inappropriate. I don't understand that thinking. It just doesn't make sense to me. And Fred made a joke that he's going to walk around in a leopard skin speedo on his next cruise. And so I'm wondering if you really did, Fred. I think we're going to need some pictures. We're going to need some pictures, or it didn't happen. Oh, Von Bradley has a really good point. Von Bradley says maybe you tender in Seebrugge and therefore you are further out to open the casino. They did that on Princess overnight in Cabo. I didn't even think of that. Barry M says you look like an old VCR recording. Just say it's the vintage filter. Yeah, I have a vintage filter on, everybody. It's the cool thing. Everybody's doing it nowadays. Judy says, I was on the swim team. I don't really even notice Speedos. It's normal to me. H.A. Bracken says, wear your Speedo. I will. Tanya, oh my God, I was discussing that on my cruise a few weeks ago, the double standard, because guys don't complain when a person in a skimpy bathing suit, but a guy wearing a skin. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. I think it's mostly about heterosexual men. It's like, sorry to make this maybe somewhat political, but like Tanya was saying, that if some woman in a really skimpy bikini walks by, heterosexual men are usually not going to have a problem with it. But if another guy walks past in a tighter fitting bathing suit, they will have a problem with that. I think most of the time it's not going to be women who are complaining about it unless uh, I think it more has to do with the way somebody is acting than it is with what they're wearing. You know what I mean? But yeah, Pamela writes, whole backsides are out on women's. Exactly. I don't remember what ship it was on. One of the MSC ships recently. I was waiting for the water slides, and this woman in front of me, she had the entire back of her suit up her butt crack. So I literally could see, let's say, 98% of her bare butt, which leaves, just a piece of fabric at the front covering her vajayjay. And somehow that's okay. But if a guy wears a tight fitting swimsuit, then people look and make comments about it, and it's somehow inappropriate. Let's uh let's just cap off this discussion there. But yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Um, uh, okay, one last thing because this is funny. Timothy says it's okay to show off the jugs, but God forbid you show off the jewels. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Rob's here. Hello. Hi, Rob. Thanks for coming. It's nice to see you here. Um, for some reason, I don't know why, but a lot of comments are getting filtered out from YouTube automatically. So I'm trying to click them back in here. If you wrote a comment and are confused about why it's not showing up, I can't tell you either. Maybe it's now because people are talking about butts and boobs and stuff like that, but yeah. All right. Who has any questions about the upcoming cruise, or who has some experience with Virgin that you can with the Virgin Cruise Line? Let just to be clear, and can let me know. Let's talk about it. Tom Green says live chat versus top chat. I don't know what you mean there, Tom. Sorry. Vanya says, what are you most looking forward to on the Valiant Lady? Well, one of the things I'm really looking forward to is this huge selection of restaurants. Here's something interesting I found out. I think they have 21 different restaurants on the ship. There is like no main dining room, there's no traditional buffet. And a handful of the restaurants are so popular that you have to reserve them, and you are only allowed to reserve them once a cruise. So there is a Mexican restaurant, and you know I love Mexican food, but from what I understand, once we have been there, we can't go back unless they have like a particularly empty night. I don't know. So I'm really looking forward to just trying the food, and of course to show all you what it's like, because I think I mean it's obvious from the comments that there's um, a lot of people interested in Virgin who maybe haven't cruised with them yet. So really looking forward to just trying to bring it to you the way that I do, not trying to make anything look too great, not trying to make anything look too horrible, just trying to sort of tell it like it is. This is water, by the way. Oh, I see now. I'm clicking on top chat and live chat. Thanks for that. Barry M says, I saw a review of the ship and I wasn't impressed, but you may prove me wrong. Yeah, I mean, it's different. It's different, and I am looking forward to checking it out. Florida Cruiser says, sipping elaborate cocktails at the Razzle Dazzle Drag Brunch. Sounds like fun to me. Um, Margie says, just wondering if anyone who's cruise virgin can say how the small pool is working out. Yeah, I mean, they do have a really small pool. It's one of the biggest things that people sort of commented negatively on when this cruise line was launched, and now this is the second ship that they've built the same way. We are cruising with the Valiant Lady, so um, yeah, I'll check that out too. C Day Travel says they have amazing deck parties. Try not to miss them. Scarlet Night on Scarlet Lady was awesome. Great entertainment. Just like on the Italian ship that I cruised with recently, the Costa Luminosa, was looking in the app at the times that things happen, and it seems that on this ship as well, things happen late. So there's definitely going to be some naps taken. Demetrius says, I don't really know Virgin. Does it have a special theme or personality? It's kind of tough to describe. I think they cater to sort of a young, cool, fit crowd, if that makes sense. Tanya says, I was looking to book an inexpensive cruise in Europe for the summer. Flights over are crazy. Looking forward to watching your vlogs and opinions for the ports of call. Sure. Tanya, I have a lot of videos about Mediterranean ports from previous cruises. So just go back and check through my library. And speaking of inexpensive, I think I forgot to mention this, but in the link to this, in the sorry, not in the link, in the description box below this video now on the live chat, and also when it gets uploaded as a normal video. So if you're watching this in the future, there is a link where if you book the same cruise that I'm on, which leaves Amsterdam April 24th, it will give you $50 more onboard credit. So if you're interested in trying out Virgin uh, for on probably one of the least expensive cruises that they will be offering, like I said, an inside cabin is around 500 euros for this 5 night cruise. Please check out the link below. That will save you a little bit of money. Barry M says, if you have time in Amsterdam, look me up for a drink. I also want to hear about your port issues. Uh, I'll let you know. One of the great things is Marcus is coming with me on this journey, on this voyage. So we're going to have some alone time for us as well. Tom Green says, by the way, like the hat, it reminds me of my personal favorite hat, which, well, is looking a little shabby these days. Thank you, Tom. I bought this hat because it's more vertical and it doesn't press down on what's happening underneath here. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for coming. First Sergeant Richard, question. Do you know Lucy from Cruising as Crew who works on Valiant Lady now? It would be fun to see you two together for a bit. No, I don't know her, but I'll try to remember to look her up. Write me again in the normal comments so I will be able to see that tomorrow when I have less on my mind. Louise says, I wonder what they were thinking or what the thinking was for such a small pool. Swimming is great exercise. I think it's because the closer that people are together, the more likely they are to socialize. And I think the socializing aspect is something that was very important for the concept of this cruise. That's my take on it. Brad says it feels like a South Beach Club booze cruise. Antonia says, I've watched your library, been part of your Patreon for years and your channel pre-COVID. Oh, thank you, Tonya. Sorry, I get people's names mixed up sometimes, and I'm sorry. I hope you're not upset with me for suggesting that. I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so happy that I could help you. And if you have any specific questions, write me over on Patreon, and I can back to you right away. As far as your upcoming cruise. On this cruise, we're going to be in Amsterdam and Zeebrugge and Bruges and Portsmouth. So there's not going to be a lot of like port-related videos coming from this cruise. This is more about the ship. Heiko says, Virgin says on their website that it's not allowed to wear hats on their ships. Very, very funny. I'll find a way to get around it. C-Day Travel says, Scarlet Lady has a very cool vibe. I'm sure the others will be similar. They changed the lighting around the ship to help create certain moods. I really enjoyed our Scarlet Lady cruise. Yeah, they just do a lot of things differently. And that was one of the things that was important for them when they're developing this. They wanted to change what a cruise could be. And they looked at the things that people always find sort of frustrating and annoying, I guess, and try to find ways to flip it around and make it different. So I'm looking forward to seeing it and showing you all what it's like. Mary Ellen, hi from Vermont. Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for coming out here tonight. I'm going to take some time for just a couple more. If anybody has any cruise travel related questions or any sort of advice about Virgin Voyages, let me know. And otherwise, we're going to be wrapping this up here pretty soon. I want to try to get to bed before midnight, and it's 20 to midnight right now. Quaxon says, I read a review from a middle-aged mom who went with girlfriends, and she said there was so much to try and do. She barely felt the need to settle by the pool. She also loved the casual vibes from the crew. That's another thing that I've seen in a lot of the video reviews that I've watched, is that the whole crew vibe is just, different. They seem more relaxed. They seem very motivated. So that will also be something that I'm looking forward to trying and showing you as well. The dancers use the shallow shelf of that pool to dance at night. Oh, Virgin is perfect for people looking for something a little different in cruising. It's not an age thing. Okay, well, that's a good way to put it. Vanya wants to know how I book my cruises. Do you use a travel agent or just with the webpage? I do a lot of different ways. I have access to a discount portal basically for people who work as professionals in the travel industry. So that is always the first place I look. And if the a cruise that I'm interested in is not listed there, like this one was not, then I check the website. And sometimes I do use travel agents that specialize in cruises. But since I have access to this discount website, I usually just book there. Hi, Linda. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you too. Melissa writes, a 25-year-old YouTuber that I watch pegged the average age of people on her Scarlet Lady cruise as mid 40s to 50s. Gary Bainbridge said something similar. Yeah, I think they marketed it toward a very young crowd, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the people who end up cruising, and it definitely depends on where and when the cruise is. I'm assuming that there's not going to be a lot of 20-year-olds on this cruise at the end of April leaving Amsterdam and going to Portsmouth. You know what I mean? That's just not like the people who are in their marketing materials are not going to be the people who are going to be on this cruise, I'm assuming. Joe writes here, unlike the other cruise lines allowed in guest areas, including restaurants and bars. I'm not sure what you mean there, Joe. I think I might have missed part of your conversation. Sorry about that. Um, Julie writes, I watched a lot of videos for Virgin. I'm just not sure if I would like it. I've only done Royal or Carnival. Can't wait for your review. Margie also writes, yeah, also younger people maybe can't afford it. I think the people they are trying to appeal to are the younger people who can afford it. I think that is what they want to fill their ships with. Kevin writes, hey, from the Netherlands, I should be going to bed. Did I miss anything? Yeah, Kevin, we're just wrapping it up here. But Kevin, good news for you. When we are done, this whole video will be uploaded as a normal video to the channel. So you can go back and watch the whole thing from the very beginning. Joe says, sorry, voice to text screwed that up. Oh, that happens to me all the time. What I meant to say is that the crew is allowed in the regular area where the guests are, so they can go to the shops, the bars, and the restaurants. Oh, that is interesting. Another cruise line that during normal times is possible is on the German AIDA. So that's interesting. Jim, thank you so much. What does it say here? Sorry for not supporting your channel earlier. God, I'm such a Canadian apologizing, hee hee. And thanks for the great cruise videos. I've learned a lot and your vids have helped make my vacations better. Jim, thank you so much for that extremely generous super chat. I'll just take that as an early birthday present because my birthday is, oh my gosh, next weekend. Oh, wow. This year is going by so fast, isn't it? I kind of do want it to go fast now because the faster it goes, the faster I'm going to have hair again. But yeah, my birthday is next weekend already. All right. Anyways, thank you very much, Jim. And you're here watching this video. You've watched the other videos, you've given the thumbs up, so you are supporting my channel. Don't feel bad. And giving me a super chat or signing up for Patreon for a month or a couple months or buying a t-shirt or buying the book, all those things are ways to support. They're all things that help keep this channel going, that help show your support for me and the way that I try to bring you the information that I bring you. So thank you so much to Jim and to everybody else who showed up here tonight. I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, don't forget to go back and just start the video once when it gets uploaded as a normal video and give it a thumbs up and write another comment. And for everybody watching this in the future, let's come up with a secret word before I go, everybody. In the comments now, give me a suggestion for a secret word that would give to the future people that they can write in their comment to let us know they watched all like 53 minutes of this video. Vanya writes Speedo. I think that's a good one. All right. If you are watching this not live sometime in the future, fit the word Speedo into your comment, and then we will all know that you managed to watch the whole video. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Next week, I will be back here in front of the red sofa, even though it is my birthday. I'll be here for a normal sofa time. Maybe I'll go live spontaneously. I guess it depends on what plan I come up with for the day. I still don't know what I'm going to be doing on my birthday, but we'll see. So have a great rest of your Sunday, everyone. If you're watching this on Sunday, and everybody else who's watching this in the future, have a great day, whatever day it is. See you soon. Bye.